a purpose. There is a purpose for this.
I wanna be the sole provider. Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. So, quick disclaimer, this is not going to be a politically correct conversation. So, if you are easily triggered, well, my apologies in advance, okay? Because I get to create what I desire, and the right people get to find it. So, I'm like esoteric knowledge, okay? Yes, I'm esoteric knowledge. And I also fly under the radar. Okay. So if you are going to harass me, well, whatever. It's not my fault because I told you that this is not a politically correct conversation. Okay. And also, I'm going to make this quick because I have to go to my other channel later. So yes, well, so let's have this conversation, okay? So the conversation is fake soulmates. Well, men who are fake soulmates, fake soul ties, and twin flames. So why is this? Well, for the past couple handful of years, there have been a lot of men who are walking around claiming to be a woman's soulmates. You know, they're claiming around to be soulmates, soul ties, twin flames, and all that. Why? Well, there's a reason. I mean, in the beginning, at first, it was always women who were walking around looking for their soulmate, looking for their soul ties, twin flame, or what have you. So now men are looking for this because they notice this is what a lot of women are looking for. This is what a lot of women want. So what happens is that men suddenly decide that that's what they want to be. So they can hack the system. By hack the system, I mean so they can get into a woman's body faster. So that way a woman will let them slide, a woman will let them, buy without putting in much effort, without earning her, without doing much. And he think he can just be broke, be not much about anything. But he's a man thinks that, oh well, just because he's a soulmate, that the woman shouldn't have um as many expectations or won't have too many requirements for him because, well, he's her soulmate, right? So the woman won't have as many requirements, as many expectations, and she will tolerate more. But really, the men are just trying to hack the system so that way the woman can just, so that way he can manipulate the woman easier, swindle her, maybe hoodwink, bamboozle her. Okay, that's why. But really, if a broke man is claiming that he's your soulmate, really that's an insult because that's saying that he's your soulmate. So your soulmate is broke. Your soulmate is broke. Okay. That's an insult. Yes. Because I don't want a broke soulmate. My soulmate is not broke, darling. My soulmate is a provider. My soulmate pays all these bills, and my soulmate keeps my money coming. So you see, I don't want a soulmate or soul tie or soul twin flame or whatever. You know, if he's not a provider, he's not paying all these bills, he's not keeping my money coming. I need a soul provider. Okay. And I'm going to say more on that in a moment because if a man is broke or whatever, he's not much about anything or poor or what have you, then is he really your soulmate? He's probably your poor mate or probably your broke mate or your broke tie, poor tie or whatever. Okay. Not your soul tie, soulmate, or twin flame or whatever. Okay. That's what a lot of these men are hoping to do. They're hoping to manipulate women into thinking that they're her soulmate so they don't have to um, put in much effort. They don't have to provide or pay all these bills or, anything else. That's what they're hoping. Okay. So I don't want a poor mate. I don't want a soulmate, a broke mate, a poor tie, soul tie, whatever. And I'm not really into the whole twin flame thing because I mean, to me, the only twin flame I see is like when two lighters are together, two lit lighters, or two lit matches, or two lit candles. Okay, two candles. Okay, those are twin flames. Okay, because if he's broke, if he's not paying all these bills, he's not providing or what have you, then he's not my soul tie. He's not my soulmate. When he's providing, yes. When he's paying all these bills, yes, he's my soulmate. He's my soul tie or whatever. Okay. That's when. And in fact, there was this gentleman back in the old days, I guess, 90s and maybe like late 80s. Yeah. He released a whole album called Soul Provider, and he had a song called Soul Provider. He was saying, well, his name is Michael Bolton, by the way. He was saying that he wants to be your soul provider. Okay. Soul provider. So he wants to solely provide for you. He wants to, and I say solely, I mean, yes, the word solely, Solely, solely provide, soul provider, because why not? Solely. And I know it's Soul, but I'm saying solely provide for you. He wants to be your soul provider. So, see, even back then, you know, a man was saying this. So, this still applied till, today. Till this day, this still applies. Okay. Yes, he wants to be your soul provider. That's what you should want, not a soulmate. He wasn't saying he wanted to be your soulmate, your soul tie, or broke, whatever. Yes, if he's not paying, like I said, if he's not paying all these bills, he's not providing, he's not keeping your money coming. Well, he's not a soulmate, he's not a soul tie, he's a no mate, a no tie. Okay, that's what he is. And also, I know that there's a lot of women who are actually still looking for their soulmate, or some of them were looking for their soulmate. So sometimes some women don't find their soulmate. So then they have to settle for a man who is not their soulmate. And I can understand that because women are on different clocks than men are on. So, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, since women are on different clocks than men are on, they'll probably end up, settling because they have to think 9 months ahead. Okay. So, so they'll probably end up with a poor mate, a poor tie, broke mate, broke tie, or what have you. But he may not be their soulmate, her soulmate, but um she'll accept that because she gets to choose. Okay. He's not her soulmate, but he'll do. Okay. He's like Mr. Will Do. He will do. Okay. So, and it's not the same for men. Men don't have to settle for women they don't want. Okay. Because men are not on like the same clocks that women are on. Because if a man is settling for a woman he does not want, that means that man is broke. He's a broke man. He doesn't have much to offer. So he had to settle. That's what he's probably saying if he's saying that. So, but women have always had to sometimes settle for men they don't want because they had to fulfill their biological reproductive desires, which is basically to have a baby, okay? Or sometimes, they want to have a marriage, before the baby or what have you. So they want to satisfy that societal requirement. So that's when they sometimes settle for a man who is not necessarily their soulmate or soul tie or what have you. So he may not be a provider man. He may not be paying all these bills. He may not, be keeping her money coming, but at least he was able to give her a baby or a marriage. Okay. So that's what happens. And women do this for a purpose. Okay. There is a purpose. Yes. Yes, a purpose. So, on that note, I think I'll end it here. So, that's all I had to say without saying too much. I hope you've been inspired by this conversation. So, be inspired. Bye. I'm esoteric knowledge. Yes, the word solely, Solely. Why not? Solely provide. There is a purpose